time of the year, almost. I'm back at the deer lease in Gillespie County, and it is Friday morning before opening day, and I'm excited to be up here. I'm headed to the shooting range right now to go. Frank and I are going to, son-in-law, going to shoot a couple of guns, just make sure we're on site and sight a couple other in that we haven't shot yet. But anyway, it is opening weekend. It is November 1st today. It's still a bit warm. We did get a little bit of a front end yesterday morning. It cooled off a little bit. It's showing 63 outside right now. That's a whole lot better than the 78s and 80s that we've been having. Humidity's blown out of the air for the most part, so it feels a little bit better. Next weekend is supposed to be a lot better. I think it's supposed to be in the low to mid 40s, maybe even hit the 30s by next weekend or during the week this week. So we're running down the road right now, headed to the pasture or to the shooting range where we shoot at. And we were there last Thursday. We ran up to check our feeders and stuff, and we were down at the shooting range with the ranch foreman, and he was shooting one of his guns. We were standing around just shooting the bull, and I'm gonna show you a video clip here. There were I did this on my phone. There were, I think, 3 bucks in the doe walked up on us. No fear at all, didn't bother them at all. These are the deer here. Pardon the video, because like I said, it was taken off my phone, so, and I may get made fun of because I still use an iPhone 8. So this roadway here leads to the ranch headquarters, and this is where our skinning rack cooler is at. Ranch foreman lives down this road. So anyway, that's where we're headed to. Headed into the shooting range, and probably throw a little bit of that up here on the video. We're gonna run to our stands after this, and then go take care of things there. Then we'll be done. I have to actually drive home this afternoon, go to a football game tonight, and drive back tonight. I'm not looking real forward to that drive back. I'll get back about midnight tonight. They're pretty brave hanging out here at the shooting range, ain't they? Deer hunter with a plastic gun.
This is metal, sir.
Oh, that's metal?
Yes, sir.
Dang, you're moving up in the world.
Well, this is plastic. Mixed. I'm mixed of both.
Okay.
And technically, this is a pig hunter. So this is when it's dark.
If you can see them does over there watching, y'all better go hide. Uncle Charlie gonna be hanging up tomorrow morning. Y'all, oh, poor Uncle Charlie. They made sausage out of him. He forgot to tell me he was gonna shoot.
I told you to go.
Huh?
I said he would go.
Oh, I had earplugs in, I couldn't hear you. He said that hole's good enough.
For the pigs I know.
That was my 708 right there. First shot was in the bullseye. That second one I pulled a little on, and I felt it. Well, that's my story anyway. I'm gonna stick to it. Hey, I about fell down. All right, now comes the fun part. I got an AR that ain't just put a new scope on. Let somebody else do it. This is a Ruger something.
SR 556.
SR 556. It has a 300 blackout barrel on it, and that is a Sightmark Wraith scope, infrared scope. And this is our initial sight again. I took one shot at the target. It ain't very far. We got about 25 yards on that target.
You ready?
Yeah.
Get your ears on?
Yeah, I got them on. He warned me this time.
We get right above the circle, I think.
Let's go see what he did. I'm gonna give a shout out to a buddy of mine, HAB Outdoors on YouTube. His name is Tyron Smith. He's the one that turned me on to this scope. He said they're great. He gives great reviews for them on his channel.
Yeah, we got a lot closer.
Oh yeah, a whole lot closer. Let's get down here.
First shot.
First shot down there.
Yep.
Second shot right there. Is it possible to drop that a little bit more like we did, and then?
Yeah, for sure. And then take it long. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna try one more drop and one more shot, and then we'll go long on it. Pretty much got the rifle for less than half price by the time I paid for all the accessories and ammo they gave me with it. It came with a 5.56 barrel also. Somehow or another they change out. I ain't figured that out yet. Barely figured out how to sight the thing in. I didn't figure it out. I figured out how to get somebody to sight it in. Let's go see what happened with that one. Yeah, ain't gonna get much closer than that one. But that's only 25 yards or so, maybe 30 yards. We're gonna move it out to 100 now, see what happens. To that one back yonder.
Do a full ass circle. 3, 2, 1.
Got 2 for a nickel.
Goodness. Well, there's one that's right next to it now.
Pop, pop. That a new trigger system you got on there?
It's not. Oh, what the heck that is?
Yeah, talk to ATF about this one.
That's crazy.
Get out and dance
Stop
for me.
filming me.
Get out and dance.
No. Don't put me on YouTube. Do that 100-yard shot.
All right, I'm gonna shoot.
Bullseye or what?
I'm gonna shoot 2. I'm shooting.
Hit it.
I'm gonna have to walk up there and look at that one. All right, we got the Ruger 300. Put it on my face. We got the start over. All right, we got the Ruger 300 Blackout. This is, let me see if I can do anything justice with this. I'm trying to hold it with one hand, and this is that's Sightmark Wraith. I can't remember the model number on it. Well, can't see it there. Anyway, that's we got it. Frank got it zeroed in for me. He hit dead center bullseye at 100 yards with it. Blindfolded with one leg sticking up in the air. Right. But now he's shooting again. Hit a double shot.
Hopefully not.
He got double barrel over there. Anyway, we got that one sighted in. I got the 223. I have a Palmetto 223, and we got it sighted in pretty close at about 30 yards. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore today. I got my battery's dead, and the reticle battery's dead in it, so I'll mess with it later. It's close enough. I always told everybody that's my protester gun anyway. I probably shouldn't put that on film, huh? Be like, I'll get cut out of YouTube for that one. No, it was Facebook was cutting my video out when I talked about having to SELL some KIDS. See if I can get by with that one to pay for my fishing gear or something. I can't remember what I was talking about paying for. Yeah, Facebook picked it up. The computer picked it up on there, and they wouldn't let me post that video. We are at Panchito's feeder right now. Boy, they have torn this ground up. Look at the scratch marks in the dirt. Let me see if I can find a good set. You can see how all the dirt is scratched. It's hard to see in that. Let me see if I can get down here. Where they are pawing to get every kernel of corn that comes out of that sucker. This stand location has had a feeder right over here in this area for the last quite a few years. And I found this last week when we was here. This is a rub that apparently has been used for quite a few years. They have got that thing worn down on both of these. They hadn't used this one that much this year, but boy, that one there is worn up. That's not from 1 year of scratching. Pimp house.
Oh yeah.
We're at Frank's second stand. He said, I'm gonna have to move this camera. And I'm like, yeah, you probably are.
Definitely got some birds on that one.
Mockingbirds and coons or something. It was
I had a strap on.
the strap is gone, Frank.
Completely gone.
Like the strap ain't even here.
How hungry they are.
They ate the strap.
Goodness.
Dang. Huh. That's odd.
Hope we get some good video of it.
Yeah. Hopefully there's a picture on there of what happened. You ain't gonna have go pig straddle over that thing. You're gonna have pork belly on there. Yeah, that strap is gone. It ain't nowhere to be seen. Not even a piece of it. Didn't break. It's like it pulled it out of it.
Yeah. You had that little metal
yeah.
thing on too.
That's crazy. I'll show y'all something. I'm gonna get Frank to help me tell this story. Okay, these are live oak acorns in this 5-gallon bucket. And they are back home super plentiful. And up here, there are none. The red oaks, the shin oaks, the live oaks, nothing had acorns this year. So Frank bought some from home. And the way he collected them was he offered P money to fill that 5-gallon bucket up. As you picked them up out of the driveway, he bought one of those little spring roller things that you can roll around and pick them up. And she was in the process of picking them up, and it was taking her a while to fill that bucket up. So the business person mind that she has at school, she came, what'd she tell y'all, Frank?
She offered another kid $5 if she would pick up acorns from her at her house. And I was like, no, the whole reason I want them from our house is so we can get, they got to step on them all the time. She was already trying to subcontract her job.
She told, Mel sent me a text that said, P said, I hired a kid in school for $5 to help me fill my bucket up. We'll see how they do. You need it. See, you need your camera here though. He don't have the right camera mount to mount that thing. We ain't got no strap to put it up with.
Yeah, all I need is that nut.
He don't have the little deal that goes on the bottom here.
Yeah, to attach
that little thing to screw the camera to it. We don't have one in the truck here. I've got one in my pickup, but it's up at the highway. So
I may just put it on top of the feet. Nah, it'll probably fall off it there.
We'll figure out. We're gonna start rigging. Let me turn this camera off, put my mind to it. Hands. I took my GoPro off my selfie stick. And Frank has some zip ties in the truck, so we're gonna zip tie the camera. Man, I hope whatever tore it off that tree don't come back and tear the selfie stick up though. I just thought about that. I wonder what the heck tore that thing off that tree, because this thing was yeah, it was mounted up like
up here.
Yeah, like 4 foot off the ground, 5 foot off the ground. And I wouldn't be so curious about it, except that the daggum strap is gone.
And they had to work that strap to get it off that thing.
Yeah, and then the strap was completely gone off the camera too. off the back of it. The main reason we want to put this thing up pretty bad, we want to see what eats them acorns and how they eat them. Get some pictures of them. So we're gonna zip tie this. We can adjust that camera once we get it on there. We're gonna zip tie this to the post. Boy, this is some ingenuity here. Ingenuity in progress right here. Patent this idea. We give that pig a selfie stick and let him run around the bushes with it. Back toward the feeder, and now down that right about there. That's good enough. Hopefully it doesn't wobble too much. Okay, coming up next, what I'm going to show you here is some of the opening day events, opening weekend events, a few harvest shots, and some still shots also. This first clip here, this is my daughter Mel on opening morning, and about right here, she smoked that pig. This was done through a thermal at nighttime or in early morning, and here's a still shot of that pig. Pretty good sized little boar, actually small enough we kept this pig and we're going to eat it. So he was in pretty good shape. This next shot you're going to see here, this is a buck that Mel killed. Now this deer is 7.5 years old. We know that because we have pictures of him since he was 2.5, and he wasn't going to get any better. And about right here, she takes him. And here's a shot of that deer. Another slow-mo shot of him. And then here's a still shot of him. Look at them G3s on there. Had forked G3s on both sides. This deer field dressed really heavy for a hill country deer. She was really proud of that one. Here's Frank. Right after Mel shot that deer, Frank took this turkey here. And pretty good little bunch of them. They have a lot of turkeys at their stand. So anyway, and here's a still shot of that turkey. We breast them out and chicken fry them. That's what those go to. This next deer coming up here that you're going to see was shot by a young man named Aiden. This is a 5.5-year-old 10-point. His daddy's new on the lease, and this was his first 10-point ever. This deer here, long time deer, another 5.5-year-old deer. This was not killed by one of the hunters on my lease. Same ranch, different pasture. Really nice buck. This one was shot opening morning also. Next deer here, this is another 5.5-year-old deer. This is a 10-point taken on the same pasture or near the same pasture as that previous one you just saw. And this next one's a monster. This is one of the better deer that's been killed off this ranch in a lot of years that we know of, or that I know of. This deer had 18 scoreable points. Here you see another view of it. And it was, I believe this one aged out at 6.5, so another really good deer. We got some good antlers this year. And this is what I saw from my stand. They come visit me every day. Old faithful Democrats there coming to get their food. And it was a rainy day. I dealt with that for most of the opening weekend. So anyway, that was about my hunt. I'm done hunting for the weekend. I'm headed out. Got my thermos, it's about empty, and didn't really see much this morning. That deer really didn't move. It's been super windy. Probably had gusts up to 20 miles an hour out of the south, maybe a little bit more at times. Starting to real light mist rain. Maybe you can see off in the distance some dark clouds. Had some rain yesterday, not a lot, but it was the first measurable rain they've had up here since heck over 70 days. So got a few animals this weekend. Mel and Frank did anyway. I didn't. Never pulled the trigger except when I was shooting my guns to sight them in. I'm headed to the house, or headed to camp, go clean my camper up, get everything done. Made it back to the truck. A little short walk from my stand. Hopefully next week can be a little cooler. Heck, it's 70 something degrees right now. That's too hot for deer season weather. So anyway, y'all take care, be blessed, have a good one. Hopefully we'll see y'all again next weekend on another video.